Introducing the all-new Corolla.
It's not a simple question, and I feel that it needs some time to be discussed.
Business leaders aren't ready to throw their support behind the pay raise plan, but they aren't ready to completely dismiss it either. Guam Chamber of Commerce Chairman Peter Scrow today told PNC the board hasn't determined where they stand on the issue. However, speaking from his own experience, the man behind the foundation that brought the new private hospital to Guam says implementing the plan at the Guam Regional Medical City and its staff of 400 employees is different from applying it to the Guam Memorial Hospital and its staff of 1,200.
It really makes a difference that you got to look further than just a document or just a study. You have to look further and study into, what are the industry standards? How does this work out not only for the benefit of patients, but for the benefit of doctors? Is it really this Hay study, or is it something else? Or is it changes of management that need to be made in order to maximize the return for both, let's say, the Guam Memorial Hospital?
Employers Council Executive Director Andrew Andres also isn't ready to say whether the pay plan will work in Guam's market or not, as he hasn't heard where the data behind the plan is coming from.
This is the issue of God. Where are you getting your numbers? How are you doing this? Rather than just coming up with a blanket saying, well, the Hay study says this. Well, pardon, but the Hay study is not sacred. There's some issues that I think need to be addressed and should be explained.
Andres says his understanding is that the plan is based on stateside averages, which he says would work in some cases, but shouldn't be the basis of the entire plan.
Now, if they're using stateside averages for health care, yeah, that may be appropriate. In fact, one of the issues is you probably need to set up separate structures for maybe different categories of jobs like health care, teachers, administration, maybe even public safety, and so on. That's the issue. But trying to say that, we're going to base everything on stateside averages, I would question that.
As for the impact that raises for employees in the public sector would have on the private sector, Andres says the market is fluid, so we'll have to wait and see what happens.
One industry, whether that be government or construction or something, sees a need to increase wages for whatever reason, yeah, that may put some pressure on some others. So time will tell.
Andres adds that he was invited to a presentation on the pay plan at the governor's office shortly after it was announced, but he and the others in attendance weren't allowed to ask any questions. Betsy Brown, PNC News.